night bows by. Stop in after the meeting, let them know the Shamrocks ticket. Stop by the merchandise table to purchase your Shamrocks here today. They'll fix you up right over the corner. All right, starting lineup for Sun Prairie. In goal, Davis, nominated. At defense, Colin Richardson. And also at defense, Aaron Marinette. At forward, David Smolin. Also at forward, Gio Mueller. And finally at forward, Wyatt Nicker. And now for your M&M Shamrocks. In net from Marinette, Wisconsin. We're at number 31, Adam Lindemann. At defense, the local guy from Marinette, Wisconsin, Kelvin Steinbach. Also at defense, from Privilege, Wisconsin, Kyle Lucas. At wing from Oshawa, Ontario, number 9, John Cook. At center from Marinette, Wisconsin, one of your captains, number 14, Adam Leonard. And finally, at wing from Marinette, Wisconsin, another one of your Shamrocks captains, number 12, Anton Brooks. We now ask you to rise and remove your hats for our nation's national anthem. At this time, we ask that all current military members and veterans please rise up to be recognized. Let's give them a hand, folks. Thank you for your service. Now, if you can focus your attention to the ice for the honorary face-off, taking the face-off for the Shamrocks, alternate captain, and U.S. Navy Afghanistan combat veteran, number 18, Tyler Cahill. St. Tommy McKnight, accompanying her tonight is Freedom for Patriots, a local nonprofit that provides support for active and veteran military members through recreational activities. Regardless of physical and mental barriers, let's give them a round of applause.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on in to the Marinette Rec Center as the M&M Shamrocks play host to the Sun Prairie Killer Bees on the Military Appreciation Night. As this one underway quickly, Cook with a shot, rockets that one kicked aside by Nunnally and net. This one will come out near center ice. Icing waved off as it made its way past Steinhoff. Lucas will give chase down low to go against Heralt down there. Shot from the point by John, down low. Gathered in by Stevens, a shot there. Puck trickled out in front, able to corral that one now is Cook, and he feeds on, looking for Bricks, just a little bit out of reach, and all the way down. We'll bring this one back down into the Shamrocks defensive end of the right-hand side of Adam Lindeman in net. And right to take the draw, working against Battisford on the other side. That one chipped up, looking for McLaughlin out near center. Didn't quite connect. It'll trickle back towards Will Janin on defense, and now over for Hughes. Fed on through again. Pressure from Bieberitz there, trying to keep that one on the opposite end, but Foss not able to get it at least as far as the stick of Hughes into the defensive zone, and that one sent on down now. Icing waved off by the far side linesman, says someone was in the territory, so Bieberitz will get a shot to pick it up down in the corner. Wraps around, McLaughlin coming in with some speed there, puts a bump onto Battisford before it's carried on out of the zone by Chavez, who sends in deep and around. Will Janin will pick up on the far side boards near his own bench. Chips that one out. Gloved effort. We'll call that a moderate success by John, who now carries just across the blue line and offers a shot snapped up in the glove of Lindeman. .18:22 left to play in the first. And some fresh legs out there. That'll be Johnson in to take the draw against Morch. Tie up for a moment, gets kicked back to the defensive stick of Olsen, who didn't quite catch the glass the way he wanted to, and it's held in by Baker. Far side, trying to chop that one out, Knutson. Johnson lays a big hit on there as Knutson forwards it on up to LaHillier. Now he'll get it back on the backhand, brings it around forehand, walks across the center through the crease, but equal to the task was Nunnally, and now they'll clear back on in the other direction. Knutson providing a little bit of pressure there on the back check. And from down below the goal line, able to chip that one up and over the leg pad of Lindeman. And the Bees on the board early in this one. Nothing to the visitors as Shear sent that one back. It's now picked up by Winterbottom, banked off the boards, just out of the reach of Baker. Now gets it back, feeds out towards neutral ice. It'll come all the way down and be picked up now on the stick of Francis. Far side for Cahill, taps on through, looking for Winterbottom. He's got space to pick that one up off the boards. Finds his way down along the corner, feeds out in front, had his man there. The former Chamberlain, but spun around and coming back the other direction. Shot from Shear there, deflected it into the corner. Backhand by Fosnot out towards the point. Lemry now walking with that one, trying to find his way into the zone. Unable to do so on that effort, and it's carried back only as far as center before it's turned around and sent back deep. Icing initially indicated, but waved off. This one now near center. Picked up by Steinhoff. He'll send up towards Bricks. Bricks through the legs and sends in deep. Steinhoff with a hit out near center. Back to defense, shot up there, trying to find that one towards Stevens near center. Gloves it down, picks it up, carries in there. Taken out by the combination of Cook and Steinhoff. Bricks now feeds up, looking for Cook. Couldn't quite connect. Played a little D-to-D pass. Back into the zone. That one dumped in deep to the near corner, picked up and kicked aside was the shot of Stevens. Walking out of the corner, trying to find his way to the slot, but only one there, Steinhoff. Now backhands across. That one picked up by Bieberts. Makes his way to the far side. Working in. Drops back for Bricks, who lets one rip. Kicked to back. And finally corralled in the corner. Picked up there by Peralt. Looking to send that one off the glass and out. Just a little bit too much altitude. And a stoppage to send it back in. So now sent back in the direction of the point, but picked up on the way through with some speed by John. He'll lose control of that one, and Lindemann will play on around to the far side. We'll connect with Bieberts there. Bit of a scrum along the boards before finally being tapped out of the zone by Hughes. That one sent in. Chased down there by McLaughlin, who gets tied up and taken down behind the net. And not only will put the glove on top for a stoppage. Tap back in by Will Jannon there, wrapped around in deep. Picked up by Enright. He backhands out in front. McLaughlin in a shot quickly absorbed by Nunnally and net. Face off to come to the right-hand side, and Nunnally. It'll be Johnson out there. Go to work against Vittori, and now this one sent out, picked off towards the top of the zone by LaHillier. Rocketed the shot there, but stopped near the top of the circles by someone's stick. He'll do everything he can to try and get that deep. Not so. It'll come out towards center. Sullivan there, but trying to avoid the offsides. Will pause, and now Knutson will muscle his way down. Feeds out in the slot for LaHillier. A shot there just ricochets up and over. That one chopped at behind, found its way over the net. Shortest possible distance, and finally carried on out, and now dropped on to play for John. Johnson off the boards, banks that one. Knutson applying pressure now in the zone as they go to D, just barely keeping that one out of reach, and then zipping it up towards John. He'll feed towards center. And a shot offered out to the point. Was available for Richardson momentarily, but now off the boards, fed through just out of reach of LaHillier. First attempt fanned on before sent out for Richardson in neutral ice. Couple of fumbles with it for a second there before it's chopped back in. Now Richardson to carry on out. Far side there, he's met by Cahill. Finally able to regain some footing there. Francis gets it just barely into the zone before it's whipped far side, trying to get it moving past the stick of Winterbottom there. Was Baker. And now Winterbottom able to chip out across center, picked up and sent back on. Penalty come here against Cook for the Shamrocks. So penalty kill here. Lemery will be the man to take the draw. Rolling with it there. Vittori feeds on up for Richardson, who carries on. Bricks will send that one all the way back down to be played by Nunnally. No risk of icing on the short-handed operation here. As Peralt carries on out. He'll take it as himself all the way down and offers a shot. Low angle there, and corralled and held by Lindemann. Chavez to take that one, puts out for Richardson at the point, who feeds back down onto the stick of Peralt. Chavez now trying to work his way past Steinhoff, does so, and he'll get it back from the corner. Out to the point, Enright putting pressure on Richardson there. And now Sniper feeds for Chavez. Steinhoff trying to keep that one down low, backed by Sniper, and out to Richardson at the point. Got that one through as far as the end boards. Enright paused there, trying to find some time, able to clinch along the boards. Take a few seconds off the clock here, just 38 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. As that's put back out point, now carried by Richardson. He feeds for Peralt, who finds some steal and able to, on the diving backhand, clear that one out was Enright. Handled by Nunnally and passed along to Peralt, now picking up some speed as he comes on out. Trying to catch the Shamrocks in the change here on the last 15 seconds of the power play for the Bees. Able to chip that one out was McLaughlin. He'll get in a foot race here with John, and I'll be there first. Full strength are the Shamrocks as that one comes out towards the top. Trying to get there was Will Janin. Instead, it'll be Hughes able to feed on for Knutson, who snakes that one through to Johnson, coming down the far side all alone. Worked it to the backhand and a good poke by Nunnally. Johnson curling now, feeds Will Janin at the point. Time to calm it down. Had Knutson on the screen in front. Caught something and went just a little bit wide to the corner. Hughes there, Knutson to help. As that one fed out towards the point. LaHillier holds with some pressure and coughs that one up. Carried the other direction on the stick of Stevens. Stevens pauses towards the top of the circle. And that rebound there floating in the back corner. Able to put that one home. It's 2-0 to the visiting side. Good effort there to kill off the penalty. Just sometimes there's a bit of a mad scramble following a successful PK effort, and takes a little bit to get everybody back in their initial position, and the Bees will take advantage of that. Draw there. Lemery will kick back in the direction of Olsen. Feeds up for Bricks. Bricks off the boards and in. Wraps around. And there the Shamrocks able to answer. Richardson credited with the goal on that one. For the Bees, I should say, was the Richardson goal. Apologize, trying to straighten out some roster confusion. Offsides there. The goal for the Shamrocks, Lemry from Cook and Bricks. Everyone up front involved. Those remain the three forwards for the Shamrocks as they set up and neutralize. Sullivan picks that one up and sends into the corner. Stevens will pick it up there, hassled by Bricks. Out in front, missed a couple of offensemen, but Olsen from the point, able to send it down low. Cook now the backhand out into the slot, and that one will trickle free before being picked up by Stevens and carried on. In deep now to the corner. Sullivan skates past one defender, chips off the boards past another. We got a 2-on-2 here with Bricks coming up the far side. Shot there, kicked out by Nunnally and chopped into the corner. Cook there to pick it up, looking for Sullivan down low, who is trying to return to his normal defensive position here as the Shamrocks finish off a change. Peralt will clear that one all the way down. It'll get a bit of a touch. The icing's negated as Winterbottom picks it up and passes off from McLaughlin. McLaughlin makes a couple men miss to get his way out of the zone there. A little tap on there from Bieberitz, and the shot interfered with just enough to stop it. He'll chip that one back, looking for Winterbottom at the point, but perhaps not the ideal angle, so retreating will be Francis to regain possession. Up for Enright, who chips on to Bieberitz, and he'll chase that one into the corner. Shadowed there, but able to pick it up. Enright out in front, had the shot there, and another. Able to get the elevation on that one, but just a little bit too much before this one's cleared out, but only as far as the stick of Winterbottom. Winterbottom turning, he'll carry into the zone on the far side by himself. Looking to drop that one back towards Bieberitz. Only man there is John, and this one now wraps around, be played on by Vittori. Picked up by John into the neutral zone there, working against Francis. 2 for flinching there, but able to clear it as McLaughlin stumbles across the line and able to feed on up to Cahill. Walks in, attempts the backhanded shot on net, and the puck will trickle to the corner. Shear had some pressure there. Steinhoff now steps in, makes one man miss, works that one all the way down to the low slot and gets the shot off, but blocked aside. Good timing on the change there as Chamberlain was able to keep that one. Steinhoff now curling, making his way through, tripped up near center. And Chamberlain feed it on for Knudsen, got that one to the backhand and got the shot off, just poked wide. One-timer offered from Lucas at the point, bit of a shooting gallery going on here now as Shear chases towards the corner. Royer there first. Feeds that one out far side. Looking to get it from Morch, and Knudsen almost fed that one nicely onto the stick of Shear. Now he'll move east-west there as he's hassled, but able to carry it on in. Shrugs one man off. Lucas trying to get the puck calmed down as he skates down the slot. Did just enough to get the shot off and right into the chest pad of Nunnally. Lots of offensive pressure there for the home team in that last sequence of play. 6:43 remaining in the first. The home team trailing 2-1. As Johnson chops that one to the boards for LaHillier, who gets one out in front there. Rebound came out far side. Richardson able to clear. This one will be chased down by Will Jannon. He's got pressure coming in the form of Arn, but able to get it out across center ice in the safe direction. Picked up and sent back, but this will be Hughes. Gathered it cleanly and carried on. Dumped in deep. Pressure there from Johnson. Squeezes him up down low. Knudsen able to feed to him. Centering effort out to LaHillier. Good lacrosse move there by Knudsen to chop that one down. Couple efforts came out of the scrum in front there, but able to clear were the Bees, and now Arn holds. There is a man down. Fosnot for the Bees. By the look of it, in that practice that occurred in the crease, perhaps caught a stick somewhere. Bring this one back in following the injury stoppage. Kniper and Bricks on the draw. Bricks trying to go straight forward with it. The puck will find its way to the corner. Hughes from the point finds the top corner. Brings this one even with exactly 6 minutes remaining in the period. That was a lot of, like I said in the last little sequence there, lots of offensive zone pressure, similar to the goal following the unsuccessful power play for Sun Prairie. Sometimes you fight off that onslaught just to take a breath and then get caught out by it, and that seems to be what happened there. It was a great shot too. Just enough bodies in the way. Picked a nice empty piece of twine as that one chopped into the zone by Peralt and picked up by Olsen. Olsen will put the brakes on behind his net and feeds for Bricks. Bricks bobbled a little bit there. And picked off by Sullivan. Sullivan going to head the other way. He's got enough room, but sends the pass across to Bricks. Bricks trying to find somewhere to go with it. Had Cook coming in back door there. Not quite able to connect, and now in the confusion, a 2-on-0 coming the other way. That one there, shot offered and kicked aside by Chamberlain, safe of the far side wing there coming down. That's about, if you're going to take the shot on a 2-on-0, that's about as perfect as you can teach it. Try and get the rebound for the back door, but well controlled by Chamberlain and sent aside, able to be cleared down for being covered up by Nunnally on the far end, and the face-off to ensue. And right and Bettis for the 2 on the draw. That one cleanly to McLaughlin, who shot there, kicked by the blocker. Richardson tried to glove that one out of the air, did so, hassled a little bit. McLaughlin will send for Enright down low. He'll get it back along the boards. Puck will make its way past him, and it'll be fed now down out across center ice on the stick of Chavez, who wraps that one around far side. Kicked aside by Francis. Enright there. Tripped up a little bit, stuck in neutral for a moment. Able to stay on sides was McLaughlin. He'll catch the drop there from Bieberitz, and a shot offered. Loose for a moment, but just a moment. And held. .431 here. A tie game, and right flanked by McLaughlin and Bieberitz. Tied up for a moment there. He'll go down, just tapped away from McLaughlin, and now on the stick of Chavez. Carries that one through and feeds on for John. Had it poked away by Winterbottom, and then sent into the boards down low. That one there, Winterbottom, or I should say, McLaughlin able to get a stick on after having waited for it, and now Enright carries in. McLaughlin far side, but a little bit too much activity through the middle. So a shot offered by Enright. Now back in the other direction on the stick of John. Steinhoff comes over to force him to rethink it, and it'll go to the corner. Cahill there, chops it up the boards. Enright able to pick it up. Looking to feed on for McLaughlin. Does so. He'll make his way through one, but can't quite get the second man to miss. And Cahill collide a little bit as that one enters the zone on the far side by John and comes down, covering that one up. Lindemann, and I have to say I agree with the decision. Get a stoppage and straighten out the lines. Get a fresh crew here. Will be Shear to take the draw, working against Morch to the left-hand side of Chamberlain. That one back to defense. Lucas didn't like what he saw, so he went around the far side. That one will go all the way down. Good pressure by Chamberlain to keep that one in deep. Looking to feed it out towards the top. Shear coming through. Managed to pick that one up, but kicked away. And sort of fumbled forward by Morch, who will now carry it in. He drops off. Pressure from Shear there, and now Lucas able to clear that one off the glass. Chamberlain coming through. Bouncing puck, couldn't quite get a hold of it. So now Baker will pass across. And onto the stick. Royer Steinhoff now works below his own net, feeds up, has LaHillier along the boards. LaHillier with a little bit of space, works that one out, had Knutson, and just a touch out of reach. And that one will go down for the icing. Just a half a stick blade ahead of where he needed it, and he'd have had that one in stride. Johnson will tap that draw back, chased down by Will Jannon. He's hassled there by Peralt, but able to feed to Knutson. Knutson rockets that one across for LaHillier. LaHillier coming down the near side. That shot interfered with, and someone will get a souvenir. All right, free Laffy Taffy at the concession stand, whatever the going exchange rate is, or a puck out of play. Face-off will ensue here, left-hand side of Nunnally. That one back to Will Jannon at the point, goes off the glass, but a little bit errant. LaHillier now picks up. He's feeding through, trying to get that one there. It was deflected and found its way on net. Out in front, looking for Johnson there was LaHillier again. Johnson will curl with it. Decides to go back to the point. Hughes there, a shot. That one lower than the one that found the back of the net and deflected, now carried out on the far side by Peralt. 2 minutes in the period remaining as LaHillier chops that one along the boards and out. Be picked up by Kneiper. Trying to feed that one through, and offsides was Stevens in the confusion there as Brick's able to chop that one past. Cook now able to find the loose puck on the far side. Offered that one for the far corner, and it'll wrap all the way around. There in time was Lemery. In front, Cook on the redirect. Almost had that. Lemery now crashing down. He'll carry that one through. Didn't like the shot, so he'll curl away, looking to find some space to work. And he'll find Olsen off the boards. Olsen had that near corner picked out. And Cook down there, but it'll ricochet around. Bricks and Cook trying to keep that one down low. Successful, but only momentarily, as it's now carried out by Kneiper. Olsen off the boards, looking for Bricks, didn't find him. Richardson holds at the blue line before Cook able to muscle that one past him. He'll chase down, though, couldn't get it through the legs of Battisfor, and now McLaughlin able to corral a bouncing puck, but gets caught up in Lemery's skates and back the other way. Chavez now puts the brakes on under pressure from Winterbottom. Shot there, found its way into the pants of Lemery, and he'll elevate that one up and over. Bouncing puck. Icing waved off as it went over the stick of Battisfor. McLaughlin trying to find some way to stay on that one. It's fed out and carried now by Chavez. Good defensive effort there by Winterbottom. Got Chavez off it. John able to carry a little bit lower into the zone. 15, now 12 seconds remaining, and a penalty upcoming. This one will go against Winterbottom as he tripped up Battisfor down low. Not a malicious, and I would almost venture to say hardly an intentional penalty there, but one close enough that the official probably felt him fall. So we'll bring the face-off here to the right-hand side of Lindemann. Just 10 seconds remaining as Chavez pushed that one back. Enright able to get it out to the point. And now Steinhoff with some help from McLaughlin able to clear. And that one will trickle down to bring us to the end of the first period. 2-2, all knotted up. Home team leading by a margin of 18-10 in the shots department. We'll be back after some fresh ice and activity in the intermission. 1 minute and 50 seconds will remain on the Sun Prairie power play to start the second period.